Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to Cloud Test Lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
So once you have created string tokenizer, let us verify the methods in that. You can see that count tokens method was there, has more tokens, next element, next token. The next token or next element method, if at all, if there is no next element or next token, it will throw an exception. So that means you are supposed to verify if there are more tokens or not, and then only you are supposed to retrieve each and every token from that or each and every element from that. So just like how we have used next has next method within our iterator, and then we have verified the next element from our collection. This is also just like the same way. So here you can see that I'm using st.has more elements. You guys are supposed to identify what is the difference between has more elements and has more tokens. And once I have constructed a string tokenizer, and you can see that I'm able to retrieve each and every string, Chris, 10, lead, and 1020. And based on hyphen, it was able to divide the strings, and it has provided by calling st.nextToken, and you can retrieve the individual string values. Oh yeah, exactly. You can just make use of a CSV file, and you can specify the comma separated as your delimiter, and you can retrieve all the tokens by using string tokenizer. Before that, can we use space as delimiter? I guess we can use space as delimiter also. I guess space is the default delimiter. You can just try an example with that, Tulsi. So yeah, you need to use backslash characters for that. So let us take a look at some differences, some important differences that are available within our collection framework. So we are verifying the differences between our modern collection framework with our legacy classes. Legacy classes are like they are released with respect to the Java first version, and the collection framework, it was available with respect to Java 1.2. The iterator, we know the iterator purpose is to iterate through a collection of elements. And the corresponding one with respect to the legacy classes is enumeration. Enumeration, which is available with respect to our legacy classes like vector, java.util.vector class, here you can see that there is a method called elements on the vector object. Once you have called the elements method, it will provide you the access to the enumeration class. Enumeration is also just like your iterator, util.enumeration class. So here you can see that. Just a sec. Write your iterator as well. So you can see that here we have has next and next methods. Here we have has more elements and next element method. These are just like the same way. But if you take a look at iterator, iterator has one another method, which is remove method. Whenever you call remove method during the iteration process, this will directly remove the element from your collection itself. You don't have remove access within your enumeration. And enumeration was used with respect to your legacy classes, and iterator was available within your modern collection framework. And you can see that there is one other difference between enumeration and iteration. Enumeration is very fast and occupies less memory in the JVM during the access of elements. The next one is array list versus vector. We know about array list. Array list is used for dynamically growing or shrinking the array. Just like it's like a replacement for your normal array. But all the methods within our array list are not synchronized. Whereas the purpose of vector is also the same. It is also a replacement for your array. It also consists of add method for adding the elements to the array or to the vector, or removing the elements dynamically from your vector. But the difference between these two, array list methods are not synchronized, which means they are not thread safe, whereas vector methods are synchronized methods. Array list, we have seen that array list has access to the iterator method, whereas vector has access to enumeration method. Retrieval, elements retrieval from the array list is pretty much faster because it's not required to wait between the thread calls. Whereas your vector, it was supposed to wait whenever you are making the changes to your vector by some other thread, or whenever you are updating the data to your vector by some other thread and the current thread or the another thread, it was supposed to wait until the thread has released the lock on your vector object. Whereas within your array list, you can simply add the elements by using one thread, and you can remove the elements from within by using another thread, because your array list methods are not thread safe. Hash map versus hash table. Hash table, it's a legacy class which is used to store the data in terms of key value pair. Or hash map also, it is used to store the data in terms of key value pair, And one difference we already know, that hash table is synchronized, whereas hash map is not synchronized. Synchronized in the sense all the methods within our hash table are synchronized methods, and those are thread safe. And if at all, if you want to go for thread safe access for our map, then we'll go for hash table. And if you don't want the synchronization or thread safe, but we want the data or the query search, the access of the key value pair in a faster way, then we'll go for hash map. And the second difference is hash map permits null values. That means when you go for the insertion of a key value pair within your hash map, you can still insert the data, insert the value with a null representation, whereas your hash table doesn't allow a null value, and it will throw a null pointer exception if you are trying to save any key value pair specifying the value as a null reference. Java beans. This concept is not required right now, but this is useful when we are moving to advanced Java. And all the advanced Java concepts, all the external frameworks like Strut, Spring, Hibernate, it will be entirely based on the Java beans concept only. So you need to follow the standard of Java bean whenever you are writing the variable declaration, or whenever you are writing the public setter and getter methods. Private int employee ID, private string employee name. So here you can see that I am following the camel case convention. The first letter should be lowercase, and from the next word onwards, it was supposed to follow the camel case convention, which means each successive word's first letter should be a capital letter. And remember, whenever you have declared private, whenever you have declared a private variable, it was only associated, the access specifier was only associated to the employee ID. If you write like this, it won't associate the private keyword to both employee ID and employee name. It will still think that you have declared the data representation in two separate lines, and it will make use of private keyword only to employee ID and string employee name. It will be taken as a default access specifier layer. You should associate the access specifier with each and every property. There won't be any generic kind of stuff. Once you have declared a private variable, the Java bean convention is you need to write a setter method. The setter method should follow the standard that it has to start with. It has to use a public keyword, and setter method shouldn't return anything, and it has to use a keyword set. And after that, you need to follow the normal camel case convention, and you need to specify the variable name with camel case convention, and you need to pass the data whatever your variable accepts. Within this, you just need to associate the data whatever that you have received, and you just need to copy that to your private variable. For a getter, the data type should be same as that of your variable data type, public int. You need to use the method name starting with get, followed by the camel case convention for your variable, and the getter doesn't accept any parameters, and you'll simply return the employee ID. Even for employee name also, you need to follow the same approach, and you need to set employee name pass the data as string, and during the retrieval get employee ID, you need to specify that as a return type as string. This convention you should follow for whenever you're declaring any kind of properties with setters and getters, and these kind of setter and getter will be expected by our external frameworks when we move to Start, Spring, or Hibernate. So currently within our March core project, if you guys have already downloaded the jar file for our MyEclipse, let us go and put that jar file within our class path. So you can see that I'm able to put the jar file within our class path. That means whatever the class files that are available within my MySQL connector Java 5.1.12-bin.jar. So these are the packages, and you can see that these are the class files. And I have the access to all the class files now. If you want, I can just access one class file. Let me access the driver class. So if I put control space, you can see that the driver class was available in 3 packages. The first one is com.mysql.jdbc, and the next one is java.sql, and the next one is org.gjt.mm.mysql. So if it was not able to resolve the class file to a particular package, it will provide you which one we want to import. So you need to identify from which package you want the class file. See, if you want the functionality from this particular jar file, the package was com.mysql.jdbc, you shouldn't use some other packages import statement. So currently I have imported java.sql.driver. That means the driver class which was available under java.sql will be used at this level, and I'll get the functionality from java.sql package only, but not from com.mysql.jdbc package. So that's the whole reason they have used their own package structure when they are describing the class files. So my intention is to use the driver class that was available in com.mysql.jdbc package. So you should import com.mysql.jdbc.driver only. Then only you will get the contents of the driver class from your com.mysql.jdbc. Resources, source folder usage in Eclipse. Anyway, it's not possible to understand this until we have moved to JSTL or JS, this kind of stuff. So it's not required as of now.
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website h2kinfosys.com. On our website h2kinfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.